Hello there, I'm Julie, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple Dutch door page using some new supplies I've got from Planything. So let's dive in. Just in case you haven't heard of Planything, it's run by a lady called Amber and based in the Netherlands but ships most places worldwide. Always comes prettily packaged. I hate to rip the bags. And I keep meaning to do some spreads using them, but I haven't got round to that yet. So we've got sticker books and washi, I believe. This release is happening on February the 15th, 9 AM Pacific time. And you can use my affiliate code, Julie10, to take 10% off anything you see here or anything on the website except subscriptions. So we have lots and lots of washi tapes, far too many for me to handle. I will swatch these out in a minute, and they are beautiful pastel colours. I don't think I can hold them all. Let's hold them up a little at a time. So we've got a really pretty light green and pink, blue and pastel orange, and one of my favourites, a lovely lilac. There are 3 sticker books. We've got an exciting new design from Planything, these stitched border plain boxes. Really happy to see this one because I love Black Alphabet 1 and 2 and use them all the time. And this is part 3 with some brand new black fonts. And finishing up with Sweet Spring in time for all those lovely spring spreads. Here you can see all the washies up close, and those pastel colours are perfect for your spring spreads. I like to use these scallops as borders and frames in my planner, as you can see from these planner spreads that I've made in the past. Then we have your staple grid washi, this hexagonal pattern washi, and this is a fairly new addition to the Planything designs. I really love this striped pattern. Here are some of my spreads using Planything washi, in case you're not sure how to use it. Planything washi is one of my go-to washi tapes. There's a lot on the roll, it's really good quality, and there are so many pretty patterns that I wouldn't be without it. Let's take a quick look at the sticker books before I do the plan with me. And here we have a book of shaded boxes, but they have a stitched border. You get 15 sticker sheets, which means no repeats, and they are all on paper. And I like the way they're organised into colours. So we have 3 different shades of red in rectangles and circles. And then we have some beautiful pinks, some rose colours, your purples, more purples, my favourite colour, blue. We're going to get 2 pages of blue, yes. These cooler blue tones, green, perfect for spring spreads, and your lighter greens, then orange, yellow, and now we have neutrals with our browns, greys. Oh, I was expecting there to be black, but there aren't. But instead we do have these large circles. I think one of probably each or most of the colours in the book. And just to show you the stitched border effect, it's something that I do in some of my spreads where I draw a little dash line, but now I don't have to. Black Alphabet 3 has 7 different fonts in matte transparent sticker paper, 15 sheets again, and I love to use alphabet stickers in my planner spreads. So we're starting with this really unique design, and I really like this scripty font. And you've got within the set, you've got some that have a curl on the tails and some that are different. This one is a bit of a stargazer mystic vibe. This one's a little bit smaller. And this one is a bold, dark font. I really like this, makes me think of a cowboy or cowgirl theme. And this one I think is my favourite. I really like the simple font. And we're finishing up with another bold black font. In case you're not sure what to do with alphabet stickers, I'll show you some of the things I've done in some of my spreads on screen now. I like to spell out words across or down the page. You can also use them for titles, such as on your currently pages. I have a whole video, which I'll link here, about using alphabet stickers in your planner spreads, in case you're stuck for ideas. But that's a super useful book. And now, if you're like me, you're ready for spring, enough of winter already, and we've got 15 sticker sheets in some pretty pastel colours that I'm going to be using in my plan with me today. Starting off with these quite realistic photo looking florals, individual ones and ones that are grouped together. And then I always struggle to use these, but we have some frames, and you can take the clear part out so that you can actually write in the middle of the frames. Always get some functional stickers in the Planything sticker books, and these are on white sticker paper. I love the little Easter bunny there. And more bunnies. Here are some more florals in pretty pastel colours, and some more of those frames. We'll see if we can maybe try and use those in the plan with me today. I'm not sure, we'll have to see. Some boxes and circles to match. Then we've got some stickers in the home, washing machine there, laundry day. I suppose a bit of a spring cleaning vibe. And then lots and lots of florals in the home. I love doing spreads for bee day, so this is going to be fun to use for that, with lots of different bees and jars of honey. Oh, these are really pretty butterflies, very different because they are made up of flowers like those. Might be able to use those for some Dutch doors. I was initially thinking of using the shapes, the circles, but they might be a contender. Oh, this has to be my favourite page in the sticker book. If you know me, I love animal spreads, and these are the cutest. I'd love about 5 pages of those. Really good fun. And ending with the functional stickers. Have we got any quotes? Yes. We've got some welcome spring. Spring is here. The earth laughs in flowers. Bloom where you are planted. So a page of clear quotes for your spring spreads. So let's get started on some simple Dutch door pages. I thought I would use an A5 dot grid journal for this plan with me, because I know that this is the most popular size. I normally plan in an 8x8 creative journal. You may have seen my recent window box pages that I made for Valentine's week, but this one I use as a practice journal. These were actually the first Dutch door pages I ever made. These were horizontal Dutch doors using stickers from Planything, Pretty Houses, which I do believe is still available on her website. Really love these. And I thought that rather than do something complicated today, I would try to keep it simple for those of you maybe looking to start Dutch door spreads. My first tip is to start by finding symmetrical shapes. So these circles or rectangles would be perfectly fine to use on the edge of a page, because you know you're going to be able to find stickers that you can match exactly on the back. But since we have these butterflies in this sticker book, which are not exactly symmetrical but close enough to do, I think I will make my spread with these today. Just going to do a 2-page spread so that it's nice and basic. So when I look at this page, I can see there are different sizes of butterflies. This one is a large one, and there isn't one that's as large, so I won't use this one. But these two are a similar size, and then we've got these that are similar size, and then we've got some smaller ones as well. So I think we've got enough to use on both sides of the page. When you're putting the stickers down, you want to not put them right to the edge of the page, because obviously you want to cut and have something showing behind, because that's the point of a Dutch door page. So I'm leaving a gap here, and I'm being really careful when I pick the butterfly to make sure that I find another one that's a similar size to keep ready for the other side. So when I take one off, I'm looking to see which one it will match with the best. Probably this one. Now initially I was going to start with the largest at the bottom and have them getting smaller and smaller to the top, but I'm not sure how balanced that will look, so I think I will just mix up the sizes. Now if there are little gaps, I can always add some florals or something in there. We'll sort that out later. You don't need to really overthink it. Just keep sticking them down. I'll probably be able to fit two more. A little one. And then this big one. Now you are going to need to have some sort of cutting mat to put underneath the page when you're cutting, and also some sort of a knife, preferably a swivel knife. I know a lot of people use the gyro cut, but I haven't yet invested in that. I keep hearing mixed reviews. So I have this swivel knife that isn't the easiest to use, but it has done the job for me so far, and I think I am hopefully getting a little bit better at using it. Got quite a big space here. Probably should have filled it with something. The trick with the swivel craft knife is to keep it as upright as possible and take it fairly slowly. Obviously you're trying not to cut into the sticker, just cut into the paper. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, I feel like I should cut around this part here. Like that. And now this looks a bit strange, so I'll take all that off. There is my Dutch door. So in theory, I should be able to match these butterflies up on the other side. It doesn't have to be exact. Keep having to check all the time. And finishing with a big one at the top. If there are any overlaps, like this one has slightly overlapped here, then I can just trim that off. I'll probably need smaller scissors to do it. And then that's the Dutch door part done. So the easiest thing to have on this page is to use washi tape, or I like to use scrapbook paper a lot in my journal pages. But as we've got all that lovely washi tape from Planything, I will use some of that. Now if you have wide washi tapes in your collection, they are perfect for filling up a bigger space. But I can certainly make these work. So we'll have this pretty scallop along the edge first, and then the green grid, some pink hexagonal washi, and I'm going to need, I think, at least 2 more. So let's have some blue with a stripe. And then I might want to finish with this yellow. Let's see, for a bit of symmetry. And the corner rounder doesn't work on the washi tape, so you do have to cut around your washi edges. There we go. So now the next thing I think about is what I'm going to have showing here, and often the easiest thing to do is repeat what you've put on this side. But to show you how much easier it can be using some scrapbook paper rather than all these strips of washi, I've grabbed a paper sheet from Planything, from an old subscription box, with some grass on it that I thought would look quite nice, and I'm going to add that to this page instead. All you need to do is cut a strip, make sure that it's going to cover the space. I could even have made that a little bit narrower, I think. Let's do that. And that's why I like working with scrapbook paper, because it is really simple to do, but also can make a page look really pretty. I may well add a piece of washi down the edge. Perhaps the green, which is a very good match. like the pages to look a little bit different from each other, so I'm going to add some florals to this one, and I'll put this strip of washi here to section that little border area off. Maybe we will bring in some of the frames if they match. So now I can add some more florals just to fill up the little spaces. I'm using these from this page. I just have this thing that I don't like both pages to look the same, and obviously with traditional Dutch doors you put the same stickers on the back. So I'm going to, in my own way, make this page look a little bit different from the other one. This does not want to come up. Need something for there. It's generally easier if you cut it first, but obviously I don't quite know how much to cut. Hopefully I've guessed about right. And now that edge looks different from that edge. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with this edge, but we'll see. So this one's going to have more of a floral vibe. I'll bring in these floral frames. So I've left the sticky inside part in the sticker book. I think this one will just about fit. It's a little bit close there. And yes, I am a little bit fussy when it comes to placing stickers. Trying to get it straight. Which isn't easy. That's a little spot that I can put the date in, and I think maybe just one more floral frame because they are a little bit overpowering. And this one can go on the bottom of the page. And I think a quote would be nice. And this is something you can do with those frames if you don't like using them for journaling spots, is add a quote. So got this, "May you bloom beautifully as the flowers." And I think it does more or less fit in here. And then it looks like it was just a quote sticker. So a little tip for you as to how to use those frames as framed quotes. So I think this page I will leave and simply add mould liner lines and maybe use boxes on this page. I like things to be fairly simple with a lot of space for writing. I'll add this circle and maybe see if I can find a quote that will fit inside it. I think this might be too big, but it actually doesn't matter too much. There we go. And that's another way that you can use circle stickers and add quotes to them. I feel like because this one had flowers and more of a floral theme, this one should have more of the butterflies. So I'll add one on this side. And then we'll have a box here at the top for balance. And a little pink one to bring in some pink on this side. And maybe one more butterfly on this page. If I had smaller butterflies, which I know there are some in another Planything sticker book, I would add them maybe in here, but I'm sticking to using this book to show you how it can be used. So I think I will stop there. Just a little tip before I add the mould liner lines. I usually take a piece of scrap paper and test out the colours that I'm thinking of using before putting them on the page, just to double check my choice. For example, if I went with this green, first of all, it's not a very good match with the green that's already on the page, but also it would make the whole page look too green. So instead I thought maybe this pink, because we have the pink of the boxes here, and it's a little bit of a contrast. I've had a couple of occasions where I've regretted what colour I've put on the page, so ever since then I try to check beforehand. Obviously I haven't got an infinite number of mild liner pens or Mr. Pen pens. I think I could definitely do with a few more in my collection to choose from. I'll add the lines and show you how it looks when I've done that. Here are the finished pages. I think they look so pretty. This one I went for a deeper pink, and I could have chosen more of a contrast on this page, but I went for a lighter pink to match with the pink in the florals. When you're using clear stickers, it's good to find something like a bone folder, or I picked this up with some sticker storage folders. It helps if you press the clear stickers down, and then they really do look as though they are part of the page and not stickers at all. I will just need to get my corner rounder and round the corners here, and we will be done. I picked this up from Amazon. It has 3 different size corner rounders, and this particular journal is a 7mm. As I say, you can't use this for the washi, but it does round scrapbook paper really nicely. I hope you enjoyed seeing me create these very simple Dutch door pages in an A5 dot grid journal. Although it's really simple, it's really effective. And remember, the tip is to look for symmetrical shapes to use for your Dutch doors. My original plan had been to use the circles and spell out the word spring down the side using the letters from the black alphabet sticker book, so that's something you could try. I did something quite similar when I made an autumn page showing how you could use a happy planner to make Dutch door pages. In case you're interested in that video, I'll link it here so you can go and watch it when this one's finished. Thank you so much to Amber for sending me all these things to show you. Remember, the books and washi tape releases on February the 15th, and you can save 10% with my code Julie10. Do like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video or found it useful, and I hope to see you again very soon.